Hi friends, this is Satyaprakash Samantray and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's session is check ASP.NET MVC version using C# code. So what we should learn in this session? This session we should learn about create MVC application using Visual Studio 2017. What is MVC architecture? Understanding about what is model, what is view, and what is controller, and how to get MVC version using C# code behind file. And after then, what will be the output? So we first know about what is a MVC architecture. This is my profile and this is my coding knowledge, is my channel description, and you should subscribe my channel to get some updates when I'll upload any new videos regarding this, regarding Microsoft technology, ASP.NET, MVC, Entity Framework, and SQL Server, etc. So now we should learn. We will learn about MVC architecture. What is MVC architecture? MVC architecture contains three things. That is controller, a model, and view. Controller is your application logic part, which contains some application logic like a application layer, and model contains some business logic, and view contains some presentation logic. So whenever user sends some request to know about the output, the request first processing to controller part, some application logic part, then application controller with gather some data and updates from model. It is a business logic, or you can say that it is the part of model is the part of business layer. Okay, this is called BAL, business access layer, right? And this model class business logic contains some database object related things. If you create any tables in backend using SQL Server, so what are the column names and its entities, it will be created inside model file, model class. So it's called business logic. And controller, after gather data updates from business logic, it will renders the view. View is nothing but presentation logic. It is called user interface. So user interface, it will show, it is nothing but the output, whatever you doing in previous learning like HTML or ASP.NET things, right? So view, it's an extension of our .cs HTML. After then, view sends back to the data towards the browser, and end user will get the output. So every steps I have mentioned here. So first step is sends request, second step is come to the controller, then controller is deals with the model about some logic data and update the data about the modifies and update the data. Step 3 is a render through controller, view will render. That is step 3, and step 4 is from view it will be get sent back to the end user about the output through the browser. So you should learn about what is a model, view, and controller. MVC stands for M for model, V for view, and C for controller. Model is responsible for maintaining application data and business logic. Okay, view is a user interface of the application which displays the data, and the controller handles the user request, that's renders the appropriate view. There's the application logic, and this is a presentation logic connection about this, and with the business logic with the model data. Okay, now let's see. To create a MVC, already have created an MVC application called MVC underscore version. You can see here I have already created MVC application, so already there controller, model and view part. And one very important thing inside the MVC application is app_start folder. Inside there you can get a file called rootconfig.cs. What is this file? rootconfig.cs. rootconfig.cs file is configuration of the MVC application, which will configure the start page of the application when the application will initially load or first time will load. Like in ASP.NET, you set a start page after right click on the .aspx page and set a start page. But here, if you want to make a default page like initially load first time, so we should make sure that you can assign here like this controller name, and inside controller this is the action method name. Okay, now we'll see what is the controller and how to define the controller action method. So open the controller name, home controller.cs file. Here I already have created one string function, user defined function, and this is all by default creating action result index. So the friends, remember one thing, when the action method is with action result, okay, so you should create the view. So just right click, okay, just right click and add view if you want to create a view on this based on the controller action method. But here I have put a string, okay, so it is not required to put any view on this. It will directly return the result towards the browser. So here I put return and h2 tag, and I put some sample message. The installed MVC version is, I put a type of, okay, inside I put a controller class .assembly.getName_version. So if you this part will give you the result, I mean what MVC version is installed in your system using C# code. Okay, only this highlighted version. This is about the using C# code. And another way you can find the installed MVC version installed in your system, just expand the reference folder, find out system.web.mvc.dll, right click, properties. So in using Solution Explorer, it is this another way to find out what is the version of MVC installed in your current application. So here it is 5.2.4.0. but our requirement is using C# code how to find. So this code is responsible for to find out the installed version of MVC in our system. So here I just put a formal message. It will be shown to the end user with some, it will be just proper understanding way to get the result, right? Okay, so as it is a very simple application, so I just put my already have created my application using this one, so it is no need to type again. So I just describe the code using this, okay, to just better understanding about it. So you can check here in MVC also, if you want to create any CSS file, bootstrap file, there is a content folder. It contains some CSS, normal CSS and bootstrap CSS file, right? And here script related file, JavaScript, bootstrap JS, jQuery. If you want to Angular, then you can customize your JS file based on Angular supporting. And one is font. If you want to add any font to your application using user interface, so you can add the font here. Okay, so guys, one thing is you can see the view here, how view is view and controller are correlated with each other. You find out in home controller, you can find out index. It is assigned with action result, right? So as index is a controller action method. So the same view name will be generated here when you right click here and add view. So it will be same name, same name of the view as it was in controller action method inside the same controller. So inside view here you can create home. It is by default it will be created home. It is nothing but inside view home controller, and under home folder whatever the you still see the views.cshtml. This is nothing but the controller action method. Here see inside home folder there is three CSHTML file: about.cshtml, contact.cshtml, and index.cshtml. So here you can see here same home inside home controller you can find out the index action method, here about action method, and here contact action method. Okay, so and here I just add another string action, one method assigned with string. So it will be just no need to create in view because I assign here string, so it will directly show the output to the end user through the browser. So here why you not return with a double quotation here, because here return view. Okay, it creates the view result object that renders a view to the response. Here you can check the pop-up here, creates a view result object, this function object that renders a view to the response. For that reason you should create a view based on this control action method, but here already the result we have mentioned inside the return type, so no need to create the view of this string type. Okay, so now we should run the application to show the output. Now it should run. Okay, first it will build this application properly. Yeah, he already have started for building the application. It will show to the output. Okay, okay, here in rootconfig.cs file I want my MVC install version output in the browser. So what I'll do is I mention the controller name here, and inside controller name in under okay, just be close this one, this alignment problem here. So I just again open this. Okay, here, so under home controller, in under which action method I want to return the output. So I have mentioned here version controller action method, because under home controller under this version method I have mentioned the output, means this part will show the output with the formal message, and it will show the output. The install MVC version in my system is 5.2.4.0. okay, now see we can get the output. Okay, here by default it is not showing the path of application, means home. We can manually put also, because I already have root.config.cs file. I have mentioned the controller and action method, that's why no need to it will be it is showing at the time of loading first time. So I just, for understanding purpose, I put the home and version, right. See, the installed MVC version in my system is 5.2.4.0. this is the actual output using C# code. This is the fundamental things using C# code. Here the path, here the URL of MVC application. Here the home is nothing but our controller name. In version is our action method name. So using this purpose we can get our output. And friends, I'll show you another thing is, okay, just stop this debugging. So because output is already present, so no need to put in a processing. Okay, so now what is a master page? You cannot find any .master page in MVC here. So like ASP.NET, you can set a master page here. So inside share folder there you can get here layout.chtml. okay, so layout.chtml is nothing but the master page in MVC application. Whatever you want to come onto all pages, you should configure all the features, all the things here, so it will come onto all pages like inside view. So how to make the path of layout CHTML? So here view start.html contains the path of layout.cshtml. So like this we should configure our master page in the shared folder using layout.html and view start.html. And this is about the fundamental things. And if you connect to the database application, to our database to our application, then you should put the connection string in web.config file. This is all about the basic things about MVC application and how to know about MVC installed version using Solution Explorer, using under the reference folder, and using C# code. Okay, this is the basic requirement of ours in this session. So we got our result, and today's session, what we have learned. Today's session we have learned about create MVC application using Visual Studio 2017, and what is a MVC architecture, and what is model and view and controller, and how to write C# to get MVC version installed in our machine, and how to get the output using C# code. And additionally I have mentioned one thing, how to get the MVC installed version using Solution Explorer under the reference folder, and the DL file name is system.web.mvc.dll. So that's it for today, and thank you guys for watching my video, and have a nice day. Thank you.